Warning! Since I am listing my favorite moments from this comic book series, I might reveal some spoilers throughout each moment. So if you have not read the series or any of the moments I've mentioned, then feel free to read this series before viewing this video. But if you have read this series before and all the moments from this series, then keep watching. There are many stories from the X-Men franchise that many fans have fond memories of, but one of the runs of the X-Men franchise that many fans praise as one of the greatest runs ever written, next to Chris Claremont's original run, was Joss Whedon's run on Astonishing X-Men. Joss Whedon's run on Astonishing X-Men was so memorable to me because this was the first X-Men series I had ever read, even though I grew up with the X-Men during the 90s from the 90s cartoon series, so I definitely have many fond memories of the series for that reason. Now, because I already mentioned a million times over about how much I love this run, I would just skip to listing my top 10 moments from Joss Whedon's run on Astonishing X-Men. Number 10. Colossus and Wolverine's Fastball Special. Does everyone remember the famous move that was created between Wolverine and Colossus? Well, after Colossus was finally resurrected after the Legacy Virus arc, he and Wolverine do their famous move, the Fastball Special, to chase after Ord, who had kidnapped a mutant child and was escaping through his spaceship. This moment was truly memorable to me because I always enjoy seeing the Fastball Special being performed between Wolverine and Colossus. And after my inner fangirl heart was screaming at Colossus' return, it was fantastic seeing him and Wolverine perform the Fastball Special in the more modern age for the X-Men. Number 9. Cyclops to me my X-Men moment. Cyclops had many great moments during this run, but the moment that probably made me really love his character during this run was the moment where he used his optic blast to blast up a building when he was being interrogated by the soldiers of the Break World. The artwork by John Cassaday was so brilliantly done that I just couldn't take my eyes off of Cyclops blasting the building with his optic blast, as it was fantastic to see. Also, the part where Cyclops quotes Professor Xavier by saying, "To me, my X-Men," was just truly astonishing to show how much of a great leader he really was. Number 8. Kitty's emotional speech to Colossus. As you may have noticed, Kitty and Colossus is my favorite couple in this comic, and there were so many brilliant moments between these two. Probably one of the moments of them together that I really enjoyed was when they were spending their last moments together on the Break World, and Kitty pretty much summed up their relationship in this memorable quote. "Everything is so fragile. There's so much conflict, so much pain. You keep waiting for the dust to settle, and then you realize this is it. The dust is your life going on. If happy comes along, that weird, unbearable delight that's actual happy, I think you have to grab it while you can. You take what you can get, 'cause it's here, and then gone." This quote was so touching to me that I usually recite this quote to myself whenever I try to remember how precious my life really is. Number 7. Kitty fights Emma Frost. After Kitty discovers about the Hellfire Club's plans in obtaining an item that would bring back Cassandra Nova, Kitty goes face to face with Emma Frost, who is apparently a part of this plot. I really love the scene of Kitty beating up Emma Frost because it shows how tough and brave Kitty Pryde really is, and how she had to take action when the other X-Men were out of commission. Number 6. Colossus and Kitty kiss. Pretty much throughout this run, Colossus and Kitty are the major couple next to Emma Frost and Cyclops, and I really love this couple during this run. The moment where Colossus and Kitty Pryde finally kiss each other, after both characters were still reeling from Colossus' sudden resurrection, was a truly satisfying and memorable moment for me, as John Cassaday's artwork truly captured the emotion and happiness that the two felt at finally kissing each other after so much trauma that happened to them. Number 5. Colossus' misfired joke. Joss Whedon's run on Astonishing X-Men was full of hilarious moments that happened to come at the right time, and I was actually chuckling to myself at half of these hilarious moments. But the moment that really got me laughing was when Colossus attempted at a joke when Agent Abigail Brand was telling him about the fact that he was the one destined to destroy the Break World. Here's Colossus' joke. "I'm assuming you're as mystified by this as the rest of us, Rasputin." "No, I'm not. I have been planning to destroy the Break World since I was a child. This is why I don't make so many jokes. I never know when it's good." Number 4. Colossus beating up Ord. After Colossus is resurrected, Kitty Pryde takes him up to meet up with the other X-Men. And what do we get? We get to see Colossus pummeling Ord to the ground once he discovers that he was responsible for him getting tortured all those years. And what better way for Colossus to show his anger than for him to have this memorable saying, "I am not made of steel, rage. I am made of rage." This scene really showed how awesome and powerful Colossus can really be whenever he gets angry, and John Cassidy's artwork in showing Colossus beating up Orb was really memorable for me to see. Number 3. Kitty posing in the sewers. Now, when I first read the Dark Phoenix saga, probably my most favorite moment in that story was when Wolverine was standing in the sewers after the Hellfire Club sent him down there, and he looks at the readers and said, "Okay, suckers, you've taken your best shot. Now it's my turn." Imagine my surprise when I saw the same exact scene being reenacted, except with Kitty Pryde being the one who takes a stance. It's such a memorable moment for me because since Kitty Pryde is very close to Wolverine, the scene really shows how alike she is from Wolverine and taking down enemies when she has to. Number 2. Kitty phasing the bullet. The moment when Kitty actually phased a huge bullet and prevented him from destroying the Earth was a truly heroic moment for her, and my jaw just dropped when I saw this moment play out. Although this scene was really sad for me at the same time since it meant that Kitty was going to be lost in space for a long time. And my number 1 moment is Colossus' return. After the Legacy Virus arc wrapped up, I was so upset to see Colossus die from the Legacy Virus since I loved his character so much. But when Colossus was actually resurrected during his run, I was just screaming wildly to myself because I was so happy seeing Colossus come back. The scene where Colossus runs through a shocked Kitty Pryde was a truly emotional and beautiful moment for me, and because the scene spoke so many levels to me, it was rated number 1 on my list. But is that all? Definitely not. Next up, I have a couple moments from Joss Whedon's run on Astonishing X-Men that I really enjoyed, but didn't make the top 10 list, which are some honorable mentions. So here are some of my honorable mentions. Wolverine being brainwashed. In the Torn arc, Emma Frost with the help from Cassandra Nova was able to brainwash Wolverine to thinking that he was a helpless child. It was actually hilarious seeing Wolverine become such a timid character since we usually see him be so aggressive, and I just rolled over laughing when I saw this scene. Kitty and Emma's final talk. The moment before Kitty phases the bullet, she and Emma have this emotional talk with each other. The dialogue was so touching as it basically detailed Kitty and Emma's relationship with each other. Here's the dialogue. Kitty, I can put you somewhere else. I can make you less afraid. Nah, I'm going to see this through. Peter should know. Well, he should already know, so don't worry about it. This was never meant to. Not you. Yeah, I was supposed to take you out, as I recall. Disappointed, Miss Frost? Astonished, Miss Pride. Well, that's my top 10 favorite moments of Joss Whedon's run on Astonishing X-Men. Feel free to tell me your top 10 favorite moments of Joss Whedon's run on Astonishing X-Men, or what moments did you like from this list? And stay tuned for more of my top 10 videos in the near future. This is Rabbitearsblog, and I'll see you later.